we're pleased to be joined in studio by Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin. Gov, great to see you. Thanks for being here. So they still have a blind spot on this issue. They don't understand why parents want their kids taught actual subjects, not what they're pushing on the kids.
No, and we saw this last year through our entire race where parents were standing up saying, we're in charge of our children, not bureaucrats, not politicians. And yet we saw the progressive liberals continually try to inject themselves between parents and their children. And oh, by the way, keep classrooms closed, dictate explicit material that families don't want in their children's education. And oh, by the way, finally lower standards and tell them if you just do okay, it's good enough. And then what we saw, Laura, of course, was Virginians stood up and said no. It wasn't Republicans versus Democrats. It was all Virginians. Parents from all walks of life said, we've had it. And then we see the test scores come out. And we see these scores come out tell us that not only were the closed schools detrimental to our children, but what they were being taught what to think as opposed to how to think, all of a sudden resulted in a 20-year loss in learning in math and in English across the country, and we've seen the same thing in Virginia.
How's that good for minorities?
It just is, and in fact, people talk about averages, and it's worse for minorities, for Black Virginians, for Latino Virginians. By the way, for Virginians who have English as a second language, for Virginians who are disabled, and what we continually see is the progressive liberals ignore all that. And all they want to talk about, all they want to try to inject on our children is a political philosophy. And
or a gender identity philosophy.
And they want to move parents out of their lives.
Governor, I have to get to this. So California passed this law last month that banned the sale of new gas-powered vehicles by 2035, but it's phased in pretty quickly, aggressively. And I didn't know this as a resident of Virginia. I didn't know this. But Virginia tracks California. So right now, the Commonwealth of Virginia is poised to ban the sale of gas-powered cars by 2035. And you said you're going to try to, marshal the legislative force behind undoing this.
Yeah, we have to. We have to. So, of course, when the Democrats controlled the House, the Senate, and, of course, the governor's office, single-party rule by progressive liberals, rather than do their job and represent the people that elected them to be there, they outsourced it to California. And worse yet, we've got to have 35% EV purchases in 2026. So no longer do parents get to decide what happens in their children's lives. No longer, in fact, do people get to choose what car they want to drive.
And how far they can drive.
And how far they want to drive. And no longer would the Democrats who were elected to represent Virginians want to do their job. And this is why Virginians said enough. And I think we're going to see enough shouted across the country this November.
Now, a lot of people are seeing your campaigning outside of the Commonwealth of Virginia. I mean, we want you to stay in Virginia all the time, but you're all over the place. You're very popular at 55% approval, which is nice to see for a Republican governor, any governor, frankly, but it's great to see for you. The Washington Times wrote about you saying that Youngkin's been stepping up his out-of-state appearances to help Republican gubernatorial candidates across the country, which is feeding murmurs about his presidential ambitions. What are your presidential ambitions?
Well, my ambitions right now are to be the best governor that I possibly can in Virginia, and we've had a great first 8 months. I'm also finding that there's a great opportunity for me to support Virginia candidates running for Congress, and I've often thought that the road to the majority in our House of Representatives comes through Virginia. We've got great candidates, Yesley Vega in the 7th and Jen Kiggins in the 2nd and Hung Cao in the 10th. We can win these races.
These are diverse candidates. These are diverse candidates.
This is the future of the Republican Party. It's amazing. And on top of that, the Republican candidates that are running in states that look just like Virginia last year, where Joe Biden won by 5 or 10 points, and yet you see the issues of education and inflation and lawlessness driving people into the Republican Party who've never voted for Republicans before. And I think we can help. And that's why I've been excited to have a chance to, when I do leave Virginia, to go help Republican candidates win governor's races so that they, too, can see what it's like to have a Republican governor and see a state moving as opposed to stalled.
You're not giving me anything on running for president.
I'm focused on 2022, okay. Laura.
Are you renaming some of these community colleges or allowing these PC names to remain? That's a North era kind of thing.
Sadly, it was done. It was done before I was elected. What I have been able to stop is jump in front of changes to our history curriculum, where they wanted to no longer identify George Washington as the father of our country or James Madison as the father of our Constitution. And I don't believe we should ever be airbrushing away our history.
Statues coming down? Any more statues going?
No more statues are coming down. But what we can do is teach all of our history. And this is where I think the progressive liberals miss this, which is we can, in fact, teach the good and the bad and, oh, by the way, stand up for parents in the classroom.
Governor Youngkin, it's great to see you. Congrats on a great first 8 months, and I can't wait to see what happens next.
Thank you so much.
All right, great to see you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.